And we're back, my people. One of the things that I decided that I wanted to do with this vlog is to show a bit more of the cultural aspects of St. Martin. And with that, with this vlog, I'm going to show you guys a cultural heritage conference that I attended recently. So during the vlog, I'm just going to show highlights of a few things that I encountered and lots of visuals, a few speeches, and overall it was a good time. So I hope you guys enjoy. One of the first stops we made was to the former Voga Salt Factory located in Madam Estate.
It was built in 1862. To be honest with you, its true purpose is not fully known. We just have different suggestions what it could have been. Either a pumping station, some information to a salt crusher, or some to a boiling station. Probably a pumping station. Either way, it's, how we used to look at its complete state is unknown due to being in a ruinous state for so many years. And also it was an experiment that did not seem to work and only lasted about 2 years it was in operation. And after that, people used to come and take pieces from it, mostly to build like their ovens and those kind of stuff, and even use as ballast for their ships, for boats, which is why you see so many of it is missing. And to this day, people still take pieces from it. It's not as much as I used to notice it from before, but it still happens. Also, if you're wondering what these two giant wheels are, they're called cog wheels. They also used to have this whole room used to be steam powered, and you used to have a boiler somewhere around here. In old pictures, you would have seen the boiler. Part of the boiler has still existed until a few years ago. Why? Because, do not quote me on this, I don't remember the exact year right now, but I know it was in the 1980s, 1986. I don't remember the exact year. Either way, they had plans to demolish this ruin to build. Guess what they wanted to build here?
Hotel.
No, but you're in that direction. No, he's in the direction of tourism. But yeah, but can you guess what it was?
Practicing?
Kind of.
Breakfast.
No.
A restaurant.
You get in there. Nightclub.
I was just
They wanted to build a. I do not know. The newspaper didn't went more into details about it. They wanted to destroy this ruin to build a nightclub. Part of the ruin did get damaged because the excavator did came until people saw what it was doing and stop it. And the boiler was hit. The one that started was hit and it fell into the water where it left. And now it decayed after so many years and now it's gone. And if you haven't noticed, those two over there, that giant square thing over there, and right over there, the next one, those are two reservoirs. And
What?
reservoirs. I advise not to.
We're walking together.
But either way, there's 4 large cog wheels. There were other smaller gears that are located somewhere over there in the bushes underwater. Well, any other questions you have on it? It also to your left right here, these are some of the rollers that would be located at the different sugar plantations. Those rollers do not belong to this one specifically, but they are there. And right here, this is one of the plantation houses that remains on the French side. Not the Spring Plantation. This is not the original one, but this one has been rebuilt. So like, you know, it was in the 40s.
care about history, so you've researched or you've learned it for the job?
I never learned it in St. Martin in school. I was just interested because I see other places have their history all on display.
Uh-huh.
And I was just told about the courthouse, Fort Amsterdam and Fort Lewis.
Yeah.
And I wonder why we only have 3 and other places have multiple places.
Yeah.
So then from there I started looking.
You did your
through,
own
And I
research.
came across this book called St. Martin Historic Tours.
Uh-huh.
And it mentioned a bunch of sites I never heard of. And the first one I went looking for was the Fogel Ruins.
Uh-huh.
From there I just started. It started about when I was 8 years old in 2nd grade.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's just been continuing.
That's cool. Because the way how you be saying, not this date. I don't remember what date it was. Not this year. But I'm like, okay. That's pretty cool.
I know what you're talking about that big statue there. I know who did that. I don't speak like that. And they moved to Margaret around 1689. And do anybody know what's the meaning of Margaret?
No. Didn't know how to mean it.
I got me married.
No, it's like marshy ground, like a swampish, because that's how it was at that time.
I just saw something. I didn't even know that part.
And if you see right here, you see all in the front there.
Yeah.
So you have the road with the cars driving on. That's where it used to be, the whole the land originally used to be. And all they were going down is landfill. So the water used to be very near to the building.
Yeah.
So, as you come into the
They
port,
repair it. Yeah.
so
Should I get damage with it?
right here, they would have a big wall,
Careful
a
out
big
there.
gate. Here will have a gate. Does anybody know what was the purpose of this area?
Storage area. The gate.
No, storage area is not in this area.
Hold the prisoners if somebody tried to invade. Yeah.
No, but
That's what I was
because
thinking.
One wall, one door doing that. Why are there two walls?
To trap you. Trap you there and trap you there and then
You
you.
go in the right direction.
And then they
That's
pew
not-
pew 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 pick you
No,
off.
no, you're going the right direction, but that's not what's the purpose.
What was the purpose?
Intimidation?
No. I got one more. Anybody? One more chance.
Repeat the question.
What was the purpose of this area? There was one door
Gate
here
there.
and another door here.
This was a searching section.
Ambush.
Check you to check out.
Kind of, yeah. So what it was most of a place for surrender. So that wherever the enemy party come through there with all weapons, and you will come through here, whoever in the fort with all weapons, and here you make your agreement, whoever it is.
It's a safe ground.
And
These
you-
are safe rooms,
yeah, and right here too, you will aim a gun down here, you will shoot at the enemies.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, muskets.
Yeah,
And
because they
welcome
have
to
the sign
Fort
there
Lewis.
too.
Okay. There were different batteries, smaller, like batteries are basically tiny forts, scattered in different areas. And this part here, before the fort was built, it had like a British battery was here when the British took over. And the reason, do anybody know what the reason was for Fort Lewis? What was the reason for Fort Lewis? Does anybody know what it was? What do you think?
For war.
Yeah, it was used for war, but what was its purpose?
To see
Defense.
them coming in from
Defense.
Anguilla and so.
You could just look at that on the hill. You won't need a fort for that. But what was it used for? Defense.
Yes, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm happy to be here this morning, and it's great that you can be here as well, as the Dutch Caribbean Heritage Platform celebrates its 10th anniversary with this 4-day conference. I am happy to be here because the theme for this 4th conference of the Dutch Caribbean Heritage Platform is awareness. And as such, I readily lend my support in bringing about awareness to this very important topic of cultural heritage in general, as well as in particular, one, showing the value of cultural heritage.
And this was my team for the scavenger hunt. The blue team renamed Team Great Bay Lagoon, and check us out.
Big bang. Big bang. Very simple. Since it's heritage and heritage is interdisciplinary, it's another song. Do you know Mr. Jamboree? Big bang. Oh, Lord. I only got 15 minutes, only be the boss. So you're going to, do you know Mr. Jamboree?
Bim bam.
Oh, I miss my voice. That lad from Colombia.
Bim bam.
You owe me $1 bill.
Bim bam.
You owe me for something.
Bim bam.
You ever hear he trust before?
Bim bam.
You ever hear he love before?
Bim bam.
Jump on the jackass hat.
Bim bam.
Throw where he right foot.
Bim bam.
Throw where he left foot.
Bim bam.
You shake your head. Say it loud. You shake your waist. Of our is an example of our best lived life, where we have now time to ask very important questions. Who are we? What are we? What are we about? What's our food? What's our tradition? Who's a St. Martin? What makes a St. Martin? So when you start asking this question, you just made yourself a much more thicker, deeper, broader, denser St. Martin person. So it don't matter where you come from, don't come from Dominica, I from so my father from San Domingo, my great grandmother from St. Kitts. I'm an amalgamation of all the things that are Caribbean, but I am fully St. Martin. Understand? So when you start asking these questions, and all of these questions are being posed in many forums on Facebook. I see all these pages, people are asking for imagery, videos, platform for discussion. So all of a sudden, St. Martin is in the artistry of our lives, where we have place to challenge and ask questions. Like this scavenger hunt, possible because we have thinking people that are doing a much more, I'd say, interactive journey into your story. And I've changed that phrase from history into our story. But since we say Martin people and we have said Martin English, I would say we story. So you make it more connected to us.
You got this picture? And that's it. So I'm not going to show you all the historical landmarks from St. Martin, because we'll be here all day. I'll show you some of them. So let's start with one of the most famous ones, Fort Amsterdam. Fort Amsterdam is the oldest Dutch fort in the Caribbean. First started in 1631 as a earthen wall fort with used not dirt walls. Then after they were taken over by the Spanish in 1633, and it was at this time it was not called Fort Amsterdam yet. The Spanish rebuilt it in 1634, which you will see in the top left. That's how it would have looked during the Spanish period. Parts of the wall still exist today. And after 1644, it was attacked by siege by the Dutch that would come out to destroy the sand. This is our most iconic landmark. I guess with all visitors, when you come to St. Martin, you look at the stack, and you have the courthouse in your passports. So, this was our first government building outside of Fort Amsterdam. Built in 1793, and it was damaged in 1890 by a hurricane. This same hurricane also created the opening in Simpson Bay, the original opening. Reconstructed from 1824 to 1826. When it came to its similar design as today. Then in the 1960s, they did it again. Then after in the 90s, they did it again. In the 70s, damage. After in the 20s, it was very partially. After the latest one was 2022, 2023. This building is 230 years old. And also, there are 26 bells located inside of it. 125 belongs to the Clarion, and one dates back to the 1826, but was recast in 1870.
Hundreds of ships were built in the Dutch harbor, different shipwrecks in Holland, in the Dutch Republic. And after the truce period, they were so powerful, they had so many ships, they became instant the real power of because of the membership they had in the sea. They were so powerful that they even set up companies in Denmark and in Sweden to circumvent that the Spanish would not allow you to have business in the Caribbean.
It's about deeper understanding of places and the need to protect these places. About archaeology, this is a map on the island with all the Arabian sites. Cultural landscapes, yes, of course, it's all about natural elements, but also man-made elements. And there's a deeper, there's a story about the relationship between the people and the environment through time.
But it is not without a little bit of controversy. So I look at Clara, and I take this from the Department of Culture's text on the government of St. Martin's website. It goes, so St. Martin is a nation in disquietude, actively engaged with defining itself as a growing nation, finding footing for the country it aims to become. A country struggling with identity crisis in the ever-evolving legacies as a colonial stepchild determined to assert its own path to self-determination. Now, it is a harsh truth. It's a truth, right? But why? Why do we have an identity crisis? Before I go forward, a quote from Mr. Mercer: identity only becomes an issue when it is in crisis. So if it's not in crisis, you know who you are. When something is assumed to be fixed, coherent, and stable, is displaced by the experience of doubt and uncertainty. So those are the two words that sort of plague us here in St. Martin. And not everyone would agree, because those of us who say, you know, we're proud to be from St. Martin, we know who we are, but at a national level, we do have an issue. So how do we solve this crisis? Well, heritage is extremely important, right? And those historical narratives that we find out about, the events and the experiences of our ancestors shape our collective memory when we weren't there 400 years ago. But when I saw the pictures of the Salt Pond, there was something in me that said, you know, this is my heritage, because I knew that my ancestors were to the Salt Pond.
And then we were off to another Dutch Caribbean island, the island of Saba, the unspoiled queen. Stay tuned for more on that.